Welcome to English Language for SS1 at LightTech Academy. Today we study speech work, sentence stress and rhythm. What is stress? Stress refers to the emphasis given to a syllable or word in speech, making it louder, longer, and often higher in pitch than surrounding syllables or words. There are two levels of stress in English. 1. Word stress, the emphasis within a single word on a particular syllable. 2. Sentence stress, the emphasis placed on particular words within a sentence. Part A. Word stress, revision. In English, every word of 2 or more syllables has at least one stress syllable, the syllable that is most prominently emphasized. Stress in English words is not fixed by position, unlike French, which always stresses the final syllable, or Polish, which always stresses the penultimate. Word stress patterns. 2-syllable nouns and adjectives, stress usually on first syllable. Tabletop, compass, happy, booklet, Nigeria, and Nigeria stress on first syllable. Nigerian cities, Abuja, Abuja, Lagos, Lagos, Kano, Kano, Ibadan, Ibadan first syllable. 2-syllable verbs and prepositions, stress usually on second syllable. Believe, report, obey, arrive, receive. Nouns versus verbs, same spelling, different stress, often WAEC tested. Record, noun, a record, versus record, verb, to record. Protest, noun, versus protest, verb. Permit, noun, versus permit, verb. Present, noun/adjective, versus present, verb. Content, noun, versus content, adjective. Refuse, noun, rubbish/refuse, versus refuse, verb, to refuse. Conflict, noun, versus conflict, verb. Object, noun, versus object, verb. Subject, noun, versus subject, verb. Insult, noun, versus insult, verb. Export, noun, versus export, verb. Nigeria exports crude oil. Nigeria exports crude oil exports. Import, noun, versus import, verb. Increase, noun, versus increase, verb. Decrease, noun, versus decrease, verb. Suffix rules for word stress. Words ending in -an, -shaun, -ical, -ious, -ion, stress falls on the syllable before the suffix. Education, telescopic, infection, tradition, stress on syllable before -an. Words ending in -ee, -een, -ess, noun forming, -esque, -er, stress on the suffix itself. Refugee, ngner, bambio, ogwei, names that end in stress syllables. Part B, sentence stress. What is sentence stress? Sentence stress refers to which words in a sentence receive the most emphasis when spoken aloud. In natural spoken English, not all words are stressed equally. Some words carry the meaning, content words, while others are grammatical connectors, structure/function words. Content words, normally stressed, they carry the message. Nouns, Lagos, teacher, government, bread. Main verbs, run, study, investigate, build. Adjectives, tall, corrupt, hardworking, beautiful. Adverbs, quickly, often, carefully, loudly. Question words, WH words who, what, where, when, why, how. Numbers and quantifiers, 5, many, both, all. DMONSTRATIVES, this, that, these, those, when used for emphasis. Negatives, not, never, hardly, scarcely. Function/structure words, normally unstressed, they serve grammatical purpose. Articles, a, and, the. Pronouns, I, he, she, they, we, it, me, him, them. Prepositions, at, in, on, for, with, by, to, from, of. Conjunctions, and, but, or, because, although, when, if, so. Auxiliary verbs, am, is, are, was, were, have, has, do, does, did, will, shall, can, could, would, should, may, might, when not negated. Possessive adjectives, my, your, his, her, their, our, its. Rule: in a typical English sentence, content words receive primary stress, function words are reduced or unstressed. Example: the students study hard before WAEC. Content words stressed: students, study, hard, WAEC, articles and prepositions unstressed. Part C: contrastive stress, changing meaning through stress shift. Contrastive stress is the most important concept for WAEC oral English. By stressing different words in the same sentence, you change the meaning. Key example: Bola gave the money to Ada. Not someone else, Bola gave it, contrasting with who gave it. Bola gave the money to Ada. She actually gave it, perhaps it was unexpected, contrasting with length. Bola gave the money to Ada. It was money, not something else, she gave, contrasting with what was given. Bola gave the money to Ada. To Ada specifically, not to someone else, contrasting with who received it. Nigerian context example: the president signed the bill. The president himself, not an aide, focus on who? The president signed the bill. He actually signed it, not vetoed it, focus on what action. The president signed the bill. The bill, not some other document, focus on what object. WAEC oral English question type, contrastive stress. Which word would you stress in the sentence if you wanted to indicate that? Part D, rhythm in English. What is rhythm? Rhythm in English refers to the regular pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables in speech. English is described as a stress-timed language. The intervals between stressed syllables tend to be approximately equal, regardless of how many unstressed syllables fall between them. This creates the characteristic beats of English speech. Contrast: many Nigerian languages, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, are tone languages, and some, like Yoruba, are syllable-timed. Every syllable takes roughly the same amount of time. This creates Nigerian accent features where stress timing is replaced by more even syllabic rhythm. To sound like standard British English, Nigerian speakers must develop the stress timing pattern. Reduction and weak forms. In natural spoken English, function words are typically reduced to their weak forms. The vowels are shortened and weakened, often becoming the schwa. And, or, and, bread and butter. Can, she can go. To, tutor, going to school. The, there, before consonants, book, the before vowels, apple. For, fu, at, tea home. Connected speech features. 1. Linking. When a word ending in a consonant is followed by a word beginning with a vowel, the consonant is carried over. Pick it up sounds like pick it up, an old house sounds like an old house. 2. Assimilation. Sounds change to become more like neighboring sounds. 10 boys can sound like 10 boys, then becomes m before the bilabial b. 3. Elision. Sounds are dropped in rapid speech. Next day, the t is elided before the d. WAEC oral English exam topics covered by this lesson. 1. Word stress, especially noun versus verb pairs with same spelling. 2. Sentence stress, identifying which words are stressed and why. 3. Contrastive/emphatic stress, how stress shift changes meaning. 4. Intonation, a brief falling tone, statements, commands, WH questions, rising tone, yes/no questions, choices, expressing surprise, showing the utterance is incomplete. Are you coming? Rising, yes/no question. Where are you going? Falling, WH question. I'm going to Lagos, and Ibadan, and Kano. Rising on each item except the last, which is falling to show completion. WAEC exam tips. 1. WAEC oral English paper test stress on individual words, practice the noun/verb stress pairs daily. 2. Know the syllable to stress in words with common suffixes, tyan, shaun, ic, ico, stress on syllable before suffix. 3. Content versus function words, know which are normally stressed versus reduced in connected speech. 4. Contrastive stress, read the question carefully. Which word would you stress to indicate that he, not someone else, did it? Stress the pronoun/subject. 5. Weak forms, know the weak form or schwa-based pronunciations of common function words. 6. The WAEC oral English exam includes rhymes, phonetic transcription, vowel/consonant identification, stress, intonation, and syllabic analysis. Summary. Sentence stress, content words, nouns, main verbs, adjectives, adverbs, are stressed, function words, articles, pronouns, auxiliaries, prepositions, conjunctions, are normally unstressed. Contrastive stress, shifting emphasis to different words in the same sentence changes meaning. Rhythm, English is stress-timed, intervals between stresses are roughly equal, Nigerian language is often syllable-timed. Weak forms, function words reduced in connected speech, and /n/ can /kn/ to /t/ the // Noun versus verb stress pairs, WAEC staple record/record, protest/protest, export/export, increase/increase, object/object, insult/insult, permit/permit. Powered by LightTech Academy academy.lightech.com.ng NERDC-approved SS1 English Language.